APA, it has been in the top 8 of every tournament season since 2020 spring season. They started to play competitively after the top echelon final back in 2019. Their main rival is SOS, and this is probably the most well-known rivalry after Legion and now 2K. All of the players are Polish with the exception of a Slovak. Last season, they finished in 5th to 6th place and came 8th in Blitz Premier Cup. Barely scraping by in the top 8, they have a lot to prove in the professionals tournament this season. The team's average age is about 20 years old. Most of them are studying. They train 3 times a week and maybe fewer during the season due to tight scheduling. Bullish is probably an understatement to describe APA. Do not allow them to punish you at the slightest mistake. The discipline, at the best of times, can be frighteningly scary. When you meet them in tournaments, proceed with extra
Serenity. They have to overcome the last hurdle before, and I mean they want to finish first because they suffer in this win rate ceiling. So why not go all the way through and win them all? People jail. What have you done? You couldn't even penetrate yourself, but that doesn't matter. It's just at the start of the game, Serenity still has a hit point pool advantage, so that doesn't matter too much. So people jail, you are spared from punishment. Pretty much. And here we go. People jail is going for C. I think he's making up for his mistake there. But always, Serenity will be getting a cap lead that will put them in advantage, and especially when they have the hit points. APA losing hit points, and Wisnia. Oh, but let's look at Wisnia. Is he in a good position? I don't think so. But APA doesn't have a cap to begin with. How can they even get a cap? A is heavily fortified by Serenity. But the problem is, with this situation, APA not getting any caps at all means that Serenity has to defend all 3 caps. Would that wear Serenity's lineup thin? And I don't think it will be a good choice for Serenity to defend A, because if they get A, they still have the hit point pool advantage. And Ernest going past Yennefer, going past through the building, going past through the lane without getting punished. B is now going to be captured by Osseo, and Serenity needs to make a move on the other side as well. I sense some trouble for Serenity right now. C is going to be captured by the APA, but Osseo is going to capture B at the same time as well. I have a bad feeling about this, but the triple T110E5 is looking for Wisnia 3 versus 1. That's not what you want to see. APA really applying pressure over here. Oh, we can take a look at this position. AP, I think they have a good advantage right now. People thought it's going to go down really soon, but 3 versus 1 and a tank going for A. Is that too much for Serenity? I think that could be too much for Serenity to deal with, but they're focusing care of Nika really well here. Tracked care of Nika. But I don't know. It's still really close to call with Serenity. They're still in the leading hit points, and oh, that was a poor bounce by People Devil. And how did it take so long for the APA to kill those 2 T110E5, or T110E5 Nias4? That's not good indeed, but Spitfire is now dead, and AP still with 2 caps, and hit points still neck and neck for odd reasons. I have no idea why, but APA had a really good advantage at one point, but Devil is going to go down very soon. Don't focus the mouse, please, Serenity, but People Devil is now dead. It's now 3 versus 6, and that is very close to call. I don't know what's going to happen, but Sid Kiev Nika, and it's going to get rammed. No damage taken. Platinum puts good shot into Sid Kiev Nika. It's 4 versus 6. With Sid Kiev Nika now dead, Lightbob is now going to be the focus for for Serenity potentially. Or are they simply going to ignore that? Good AT shell into Lightbob. And and Vic is like people jealous looking for the Witcher, but he's going to go down very quickly. AP still with two caps, and I think people jealous. Oh, he gets killed just in time by the Witcher, and that is very important indeed. And here Kimi needs to land a shell into the Witcher, and he kills off the Witcher, which is important indeed. And 3 is now 2 versus 4. This is truly over for Serenity, I would say. And Lightbulb is going to be killed by Daze. Oh, it's a bounce. No. And APA 990 cap points, and with 1000 cap points that means APA will get the first game. Really well done to APA, making use of the information that Serenity committed 3 tanks onto 1 and a tank onto A, meaning 4 tanks on one side, and AP just only had 1 tank on one side. 4 versus 1 on one side at one point, leaving it, if you do the maths, 3 tanks on the other side for Serenity, and that leaves 6 tanks for APA. 6 versus 3, that is much better for APA. So those 3 tanks could die very quickly, but for some reason they didn't die really quickly. But that still was enough. That numerical advantage that APA had on that side was very crucial indeed. And I think the triple T110E5 would be wondering whether they should have let one T110E5 to stay in Alpha instead, or support the side game rushed.
Thank you all for watching this video. If you want to know more about the clans in the Professionals tournament, make sure to check the playlist below and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you.